Hey, we're here at the Bertelsmann Foundation in Washington, D.C., and we're asking folks in our office and around town for their thoughts on the U.S., Europe, and the transatlantic relationship. And our next question is, why have our societies become so polarized?
It's a moment of globalization, of changes in our economy, and so many changes when it comes to societal values that we have, and the traditional values are being completely disrupted.
I think that a lot of people that live outside of the big cities, the DCs, New York, Brussels, Berlin, they feel like they've been left out of the national politics and important conversations.
I think people are very disillusioned by politics right now. I think they feel disconnected from their parties, their respective parties, no matter what side of the spectrum you're on.
And people feeling like they're losing their jobs to machines and other markets, and that fear grows into resentment.
And I think that is causing a lot of reaction from both of the sides.
The disdain that elites have for their fellow countrymen hurt the country and drive populism, drive this displeasure against the system, an anti-system feeling on the right and the left and on both sides of the Atlantic.
We are all affected by the same sort of factors, both economically and culturally and politically.
I think part of it is driven by an increase in wealth inequality over time, with most of the gains going to the wealthiest segments of society.
I think the lack of explanation of trade-offs and the lack of recognition of people's pain and misery.
The other factor is social media dividing us in terms of reinforcing our pre-existing views about the world or shifting our views so that they're more extreme in whatever camp that people fall into.
There's a lot of echo chambers at play, so I think the people that are the loudest are usually the people that most people will listen to.
Due to the technology that's available, processes have sped up, and our society and the organizations and institutions that are part of society, that are maybe the fabric of society, haven't necessarily had the chance to catch up or even catch their breath.
You know, social media is the law of the land. So if it's something that people want to say, but they can't always say, and they find that one person that's gonna scream it from the mountaintops, I think that's why people are able to garner such large followings.
But I think that technology and the pace of technology and how we collect information, how we absorb information, has changed what we expect out of our politicians and out of our politics. I think that when we can look at our phones and click on something and instantly get exactly what we want, we expect every part of our lives to operate that way. And so politics takes time, policy takes time. And when you expect instant gratification at every moment, you're disappointed when politics don't deliver for you.
And so that can cause problems when it comes to getting things done on a bipartisan basis.
And so I think that is causing people to turn toward populists who say, I can do everything at all times and I'll get it done now, whether it's true or not.
I mean, I think at this point it's no longer a question whether we are polarized. I think it's how much we're polarized, but I think most importantly is how do we fix it.
How can we bring conservatives, liberals, moderates, all the political spectrum to have a conversation and kind of find a middle ground, because this is clearly not the solution, seeing people kind of create a wider and wider divide.